Hello, guys. The question I have today is, why did Isaac Onyedepo leave Winners Chapel? And I would like to let you guys know he didn't leave Winners Chapel, but he left as a pastor. He's no longer a pastor at Winners Chapel. He has his ministry, the Isaac Onyedepo Evangelistic Ministries. That is his ministry. He does crusades. And the recent one that he did, Awake in Abuja, was a success, a great success. He is actually functioning in his gift as an evangelist. He has finally accepted his calling from God as an evangelist. During the Awake Abuja crusade, he said lots of stuff. Let me break it down. Let me tell you some of the things he said. He said there are things you must do early and maintain as a lifestyle. Number one is pursuit for holiness. Number two, pursuit for the Holy Ghost and Holy Ghost fire. Number three, early pursuit of his presence. He said you can't follow God and men not unfollow you. Meaning when you follow God, men will unfollow you. That is when you accept your calling, men will unfollow you. He said when God says go, go. When God says follow, follow. It doesn't matter how tough. He said it is time for you to stand up and follow God and follow what God is asking you to do. It is time. Whatever he tells you to do, he said. He said that God sent him to his generation. God gave him a mandate to restore and to revive his generation. God told him that it is time for the new. He admitted that it was tough taking the step because there are still people that believes he's mad. They are finding it hard to understand why he left his comfort zone to go to a battle zone. It doesn't make sense. Remember, his father is the general overseer of Winners Chapel. They have branches all over the world. He's the second son of Bishop Oyedepo, Bishop David Oyedepo. And he's been, pastoring churches of Winners Chapel. His last assignment was in America. He pastored the church in Maryland, in the U.S. So he had a comfort zone. He had his daddy's ministry. He was paid as a pastor. So people are finding it hard to understand why he will leave that comfort zone to go to a battle zone. Because when you step out to start your own ministry, it is not easy. Because the people you think will support you will not be there to support you. That is the truth. That is the truth. He said there were times he wept. He wept. And that is when people he thought loved him forgot to check on him. Now he's like to your tent, O Israel, you are now on your own. As you've decided to take this move, you are now on your own. No financial support, nothing. That is called stepping out in faith. He stepped out in faith to follow God because God called him. And he said, behind a glory, there is a story. He's happy that he's following God's calling. Guys, Awaken Abuja, that crusade was massive. It was awesome. Many were healed. God used him to heal lots of people. Jesus was there. God's presence was there. I tell you, it pays to follow God. And he said it. It pays to follow God. He would rather follow God than man. He said when he stepped out, he didn't have any savings. He didn't have support from churches. And no, nobody was giving him money. He just stepped out in faith and believed God. Guys, his itinerary is out. This year, he'll be traveling around the world. He'll be in Ghana. He'll be in the US. He'll be in Europe. Guys, it will be a wonderful year. It will be a busy year for him. But I'm glad he stepped out in faith. So because many have been speculating, he left his father's church because he was transferred to a different place. He didn't like the transfer. So guys, you need to catch up with my video that I'm going to upload. I think I'll upload that video after this one, okay? Where I talked about pastors being transferred, because it is challenging. Whether you like it or not, it's very challenging to transfer pastors from one place to the other. After establishing in a place for a long time, you transfer them. They have to start life all over again, and that. So that was why people were speculating that he left Winners Chapel because he was transferred to a different location, but that's not true. He actually left to follow God's calling and God's leading in his life, and his dad actually blessed him, anointed him, and sent him forth. And even during the meeting, the Awaken Abuja Winners family were there, people from Winners Church. So they are still family, they are still good. They are not separated, nothing is happening, But he just stepped out in faith to follow God's calling upon his life. He's not a pastor, he's an evangelist. And he's now practicing fully in that calling of an evangelist. So that is what happened. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video, share if you can, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Where I keep bringing you church stuff, okay? I talk about music ministers, I talk about pastors, I talk about things that I'm led by the Spirit to talk about, so that we learn and we get clarity from them. Because I don't like when people, lie on social media about things they are not sure of. Once I get the real gist, I'll come here and explain it to you and let you guys know exactly what is happening. So that is what is happening. So if you're not there for the Awaken Abuja, it is on YouTube on Isaac Oyedebo's channel. Go and watch it and be blessed. And be blessed. He really blessed my life. I watched it on his YouTube channel. So go. It was a 3 days program. So just go and watch. This year, God is doing awesome, mighty things. You cannot hide your gift. It is time for you to start using that gift that God has given you. Doesn't matter. Start small. Start where you are. And God that sees, El Roy, the God that sees, will announce you to your generation at the right time. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.